morning, everyone. It's Tuesday, March 6 here in Manila. I'm Karen Davila giving you the Headstart for the day. Our guest for Hot Copy today, Senator Cynthia Villar. She was among the lawmakers who visited Boracay last week to see firsthand the island's environmental problems. Is she for or against the temporary closure of Boracay? And what solutions are we seeing to save the island? But first, the headlines. On Hot Copy this morning, businessmen in Boracay oppose a proposed 60-day shutdown of the island to address its environmental problems. Meanwhile, a team has been created to investigate and file cases against government officials and private individuals who are responsible for the island's degradation. Sherry Ann Torres reports.
Senators begin their probe into the environmental problems besetting Boracay Island. The lawmakers slammed the local government of Boracay and the Environment Department, blaming them for the construction of illegal establishments in the island. They point out the country has the necessary laws to ensure environmental protection, but these are not being implemented. During the probe, sectors affected by the plan to shut down all businesses in the island for 60 days spoke with one voice.
When say closing Boracay is not a solution to the problems we have been dealing with for a while. To move forward, we need unity.
Establishments that have been compliant from the beginning should not be penalized for the sins of those who have skirted the law.
The senators likewise questioned as to why 5 of the 9 wetlands here in Boracay are now being occupied by houses and commercial establishments. Wetland serve as a protection of Boracay against flooding and other calamities. Aklan's Provincial Environment Officer identified at least 3 business establishments occupying Boracay's wetlands. The senators also took turns in questioning the continuous operation of the controversial West Cove, which sits in a forested area. Currently operating without a permit, officials say West Cove's permit application to the DNR only covers almost 1,000 square meters of land. The actual construction, however, covered 3,000 square meters. With all environmental problems besetting Boracay, the Department of Interior and local government creates a 12-man team to investigate and file cases against government personnel and private individuals accountable for the environmental degradation of Boracay Island. DILG officer in charge Eduardo Anyo says the probe will cover everyone involved in issuing environmental permits, as well as those conniving with government officials. He adds they will also look into the utilization of the environmental fees collected by the local government. The team's investigation will cover the years 2008 to 2018.
What is their violation if they do that? What do you do if they do that?
Well, ma'am, they have so many options. We can, after finishing the investigation, we can file charges for negligence or whatever. For the DILG, yung amin pong disciplinary through the president po yun. Yung kumbaga, the president can actually dismiss, suspend the governors.
The Senate will continue its Boracay destruction probe in Manila. Sherry Ann Torres, ABS-CBN News, Malay, Boracay.
All right, joining us in the studio this morning is Senator Cynthia Villar. She is the chairman of the Senate Environment Committee, and she was among the lawmakers who visited Boracay last week. Welcome to the show, Senator Cynthia. Thank you for coming to the show. All right, let's start with first, what did you discover?
Actually, when we arrived sa Boracay, the DNR and the DOT brought us to places where there are problems. And the first one is yung they did not follow yung 25+5 rule na dapat 25+5 ang layo mo dun sa water.
That's
diba?
the easement.
Yeah, easement.
Bakit may +5? So 25?
Yun ang rule nila eh. And then pinakita nila sa amin kung gaano ang overbuilt. Yung, kasi may nilagay silang markings. So, yun. So, I think that's in area 1 ba yun?
Station 1.
Station 1. So, yun ang una nilang pinakita. Then, afterwards, they brought us to the lake where mga establishment built. Tinabunan yung lake, nag-build sila doon. So lumiit yung lake.
Yeah, that's kumbaga, that's not the beachfront.
No.
That's
it's
inside the island. Okay, go on.
And then they brought us to the water supplier, yung Boracay Water, pinakikita nila yung STP. Tapos dimension nila na 15% lang ang nag-connect sa
Sa
sewer
sewage.
line.
Yeah.
Oo, ang lahat pumunta dun sa drainage. Pag drainage, diretso yon kasi rainwater dapat lang sa drainage, di ba? Yung sewer, yung wastewater should go to the sewer line. So, parang nag-comply lang doon 15%. 85% nagkabit doon sa drainage.
So we're talking about 500 plus resorts wherein
and
only
residents. And residents.
Where only 15% are connected to the sewage treatment plant. Okay, next.
And then afterwards, dinala kami sa wetland and then sinasabi nila na 9 ang wetlands. 10 years ago, ngayon 4 na lang.
Oh, wow.
May mga nag-build na sa wetlands.
Okay. Yeah.
And of course, kino-complain nila yung circumferential road na hindi natatapos. And sabi ko, miski gustong gawin niya ng DPWH, and DPWH has a budget for that, kung hindi natin maaayos yung right-of-way, how can that be finished? Diba? So, yun ang mga problems na tapos nga yung problem nila na nag-announce sila na gusto nilang isara for some announcement is 60 days, some announcement 6 months. So yun ang itinake up namin sa hearing.
Okay, so where are we when it comes to that? You do have businesses that are panicking if the total closure will happen, but no less than Tourism Secretary Wanda Teo and DILG Secretary Ed Anyo want a 60-day shutdown. Okay.
Kami po, if it's the consensus of the senators na yung mga nag-comply, wag isara. Yung mga hindi nag-comply ang isara kasi parang wrong signal yun that if you comply or you did not comply, pareho treatment sa inyo. You're not encouraging compliance pag ganon. So we said that you can close those who did not comply, but the compliant ones, we have to let them operate. Kasi they follow the law.
And who'll decide on the closure? If it's not all the resorts in the island,
DNR.
It's the ENR.
Kasi usually, ang wala sila, yung ECC, yung environmental clearance, na dapat kinukuha yung, kasi there are 2 permits for you to operate in Boracay, dapat. One is from DNR, para doon sa environmental compliance clearance. Tapos, pagkabigay noon, tsaka ka mag-a-apply ng local. Hindi pala nire-require ng local yung ECC. So, nagbibigay siya ng permit without the environmental compliance. Kaya doon nagka-problema.
Okay, but some observers say more than just the compliance issue is the island needs time to breathe. That's what I wanted to ask you. So, if it's shut down for 60 days, with nobody on the island, no tourists, they say that you can already rebuild what you need to, connect resorts to the sewage treatment plant.
Sa akin kasi, I came from business. That's bad. I mean, you don't close down. It's bad publicity for Boracay. And marami magko-complain kasi parang kahit ka nag-comply, mapapunish ka. Everybody will be punished. Dapat we punish those who did not comply and we reward those who complied. Diba? Ako, from a business, I came from business kasi, private business. That's how I view things. I don't know, because their government, iba naman sila. But ako, I came from the private sector, so I know how it is, di ba? And ako, I would like that one. And besides, you cannot clean a place ng 60 days or 6 months. Cleaning a place or maintaining a place is a everyday effort. I mean, sasabihin nila sa akin, how long will you clean the river? Forever. Kasi today, malinis siya. Tomorrow, may dadating dyan. So, I have to clean it forever. Dapat malagay sa mind nila that maintaining a place is an effort that is every day and you have to do it forever.
Okay. So, let's start first with the 500 plus establishments in Boracay. As Senator, if only 15% are connected to the sewage treatment plant, what time frame?
Para madali naman yun. Kasi
yun yun.
connect mo lang.
Yeah.
Ang problema,
Why didn't they do it?
Ang problema ng Boracay, bago nila, dalawang water supplier.
Okay.
Oo. The Boracay water and the 2B water.
Oo.
Usually, like in Metro Manila, the water companies are the one in charge of also the sewer.
Okay.
Diba sa Metro Manila, like Maynilad and Manila Water, they're also in charge of making sure that okay yung sewer system natin.
Yeah.
Oh, sila
But is it
nagtatayo ng STP, ganon. Oh.
I wanted to ask you, Senator, Manila Water, the Ayala Group built the sewage treatment plant.
Yes.
Okay, so you said there are 2 water suppliers.
No,
Go on.
when Boracay Water came there, may isa ng supplier.
Okay.
Yung 2B Water. Oo.
Okay.
So, they did not remove him. They just let Boracay Water enter.
Yeah.
O ngayon, dalawa system nila. Yung
Is that bad?
Boracay nagtayo sila ng sewer line.
Yeah.
Yung 2B Water, pinagtayo sila ng, ano tawag doon, septic, and then kinukuha niya by truck, dinadala niya doon sa kanyang STP, by truck. Dalawang system.
Yeah.
Sabi ko, and they're all over the place. Walang delineation kung kanino ang Boracay Water at saka 2B Water. Sabi ko, you have to talk with them and divide the place into 2 or 1/3, 2/3 or what. But it cannot be that they're all over the place and nobody is responsible, di ba? Dapat i-divide yung place.
Yeah.
And then, siyang in charge dito, siyang in charge dito. Ngayon, kung sino nag-fail do sa area niya, the company is to blame, di ba? Ngayon, how will you blame them? They're all over the place. Walang ano ng responsibility on who will take care of the sewer system in this place and that place.
But in an island resort like Boracay, is it actually even environmentally safe to have a system where it goes to a septic tank, it's transferred to a truck? You understand?
Meron
Is that the right way to do it?
Usually, if it's near the water, yung septic tank is tatlong, pag sa ordinary house, from what I know, kasi I'm cleaning Manila Bay, dapat pag near the water, tatlo ang yung parang tatlong ganon. Pag ordinary, dalawa lang. Yung septic tank, merong para yung water nagfo-flow sa tatlong level bago kunin.
Yeah.
So, yun ang alam ko na ruling. But depende sa government if they will allow that. Pero may treatment plant din siya. Doon niya dadalhin bago ilabas sa ocean.
When it comes to the water, who is in charge of that? Will it still be the DENR or the local government overseeing? Because
Hindi ko nga alam kasi ang nag-joint venture sa Boracay Water is DOT, yung TIESA. At 20% owner ng Boracay Water is TIESA. Hindi ko nga maintindihan why there is a water supplier, nagpapasok ng isa, hindi nila sinettle on who's who. Kung saan yung isa, saan ang isa. Hindi nila tinanggal yung isa, nagpapasok sila ng isa. Walang malinaw. Like for example, in Metro Manila, alam natin na ang Maynilad is west and south of Metro Manila, and Manila Water is north and east. So malinaw ang delineation of where they will operate. Dito wala eh.
So the big question is who is really in charge of Boracay? Who has the last say in the development of the island?
I don't know. Kasi it should be a combination of the national government and the local government. Kasi dapat dalawa sila yung hihingi ng permit sa DNR, and then that is a requirement for them to give a permit sa local. So, dapat silang dalawa, di ba? But now, yung local, nagbibigay siya permit without the permit of the DNR. So, walang environmental clearance.
But should Boracay officials be held accountable? Because we have to remember, I mean, you have mayors that have come and go, councilors that have come and go.
Yun nga ang problema
so
rin.
who do you sue?
Kasi ang mayors, you change mayors by election. And then yung DNR naman, you change DNR. At least yung head ng DNR, every time there's a new president, di ba? But I think mas permanent yung DNR. Kasi nag-change lang naman yung head ng DNR, but the people below are still there. Oo. So, I think it should be may mag-file ng bill sa Senate to create the Boracay Authority.
Yeah.
Para it will be a combination of national and local. Oo. So there will be check and balance.
But if you have resorts that are operating without an environmental clearance, it's clear that the DANR was remiss in their job.
Yeah, ang sinasabi nila, during the time of President Aquino, nag-reorg.
Yeah.
And then they removed the Senro, yung in charge sa Boracay. Tinira lang yung Penro, the provincial
environmental officer.
But the problem is that Penro, we cannot ask him anymore because he was removed because of a case.
Yeah.
So ngayon, yung Penro ngayon is not the one who took charge of Boracay before, and wala na ring Senro. So ngayong bumalik si Secretary Simato, naglagay na siya ng Penro at Senro.
So Senator, is filing cases, meaning looking back, the solution, or you feel it's useless to file cases, just do it right this time?
Ako po, my concern is do it right this time. It's the responsibility of DILG to file sa local, and it's the responsibility of DNR to see who is at fault. But for me, I always look forward. So, dapat may ano din ng local kasi, di ba, meron tayong National Solid Waste Management Law.
Yeah.
That they have to recycle.
Yeah.
But they did not do
Boracay
it.
does not.
What Boracay does is lahat ng basura ilalagay doon, tapos ilalabas papunta sa mainland.
Sa Katiklan.
Oo. So that's too difficult kasi sa dami ng basura. Whereas you can do recycling, and the provision of the Solid Waste Management Law is to recycle, not to put, ang dadalhin mo lang sa landfill should be the yung tinatawag nilang residual waste.
Yeah.
But all others, you have to recycle. Like, for example, kitchen and garden waste, you can turn into organic fertilizer. Then the plastic, you can come in. We make them into school chairs, plastic school chairs. And then yung mga waste coconut husk, you can do the paper you can sell.
Oh, who's in charge of that? That's
local.
When you say local, ito yun
mayor yun.
You mean the mayor? Because Boracay won't have its own mayor.
But yung National Solid Waste Management Law, there are 3 barangays in Boracay.
Yeah.
They are in charge. Maliwanag yung pag National Solid Waste Management Law, local official. In fact, yung ating ombudsman, meron na siyang dinimandang 50 LGUs na hindi sumusunod sa National Solid Waste Management Law.
Given that an island resort has more demands, if you ask me, than a local, than any other barangay, no? Because Boracay,
Boracay is only 1,000 hectares.
But you have 55,000 people every day.
That's only 1,000 hectares, and 250 hectares are forest land. So, 750 lang. Kasi laki lang yun na isang subdivision sa Las Piñas. Ay, bakit hindi mo waste management yun?
Ang tanong ko nga, you mentioned about the Boracay Authority.
Yes.
Will it be more functional if, let's say, so there are 3 barangays in Boracay. The Boracay Authority is the head of everything in Boracay, even waste management, implementation, checking the easements. Kumbaga, it covers everything. Nandun na yung DENR.
Kasi baka
it's
hindi
all there.
pumayag ang local na wala siyang say because under the local management, what do you call this, that law, that devolution, yung ating local government law, ay may power ang local government. Ang sinasabi natin, may special lang to, agency na pag ganitong klaseng mga resort kasi we have to preserve them. So pipiliin lang and gagawa like Palawan has
but Palawan
authority, and then Batanes has, so pwedeng magawa sa Boracay.
Okay, who will file the bill creating the Boracay Authority?
Kami sa Senate.
And the Boracay Authority will have what powers? I think that's what's important because if there are too many agencies, let's say you get a permit or the DENR has a say, the local government has a say. For example, basic question, who should have a say in turning down a resort applicant?
Ayun.
Is it the Boracay Authority?
Titingnan namin kasi pag pinasa namin yung batas, maku-question yung mga constitutional provision yan. So, I think isi-share ang power.
Kasi who's to say enough is enough? Like, Boracay doesn't have a master plan.
Ganito, pag ganyan, yung ECC galing talaga sa DNR and the local government should not give permit without that. So, na-check yung environmental implication ng ginagawa. Kung ni-require lang ng local government that they need an ECC to approve something, hindi nagka-problema ng ganyan.
No, but
diba?
at some point, like for example, the LTFRB has given out a moratorium on new franchises for buses. My question is, who will give that moratorium? We need somebody. It can't. I believe that.
I think the Boracay Authority.
Okay. So because you can't. If mayors have an opinion, then kaibigan nila yung applicant, kamag-anak nila yung applicant, pwede ka makiusap. That's where the problem starts.
Kung ako naman ang mayor, ituturo ko. Pag may ginagawa na nahihiya ka, di turo mo ang DNR.
No, yun
diba?
naman. But
If I am the mayor, I'll do that. Oh, kasi gusto niya rin. Kasi kung ayaw niya talaga and pinipilit lang siya, nahihiya siya because he's a mayor, pwede may turo ang national. Wala akong magagawa kasi the national government won't allow.
But the problem is the interest. You have a lot of councillors, mayors, who have resorts in Boracay.
I think it will be the Boracay administration
That's
who
what
will
you'll do.
have the final say.
Okay. All right. So, you've mentioned that there were 9 wetlands and now there are only 4.
4 left.
Because 5 of the wetlands have resorts over them.
Resort and malls.
Yeah, and malls. So this is a brutal question. Will they be demolished and should they be demolished?
Sabi ng DNR, they will demolish. So we hope that they will.
So if they're going to be demolished, ang mangyayari, you're really saying that I don't have a list of the malls and resorts now. They're bound to lose all their business.
But ako, I came from the private sector. Why will you build in a place na wala ka naman titulo, that it's a wetland? I mean, in the first place, pag investor ka, dapat may due diligence ka. Why will you do that? I mean, I cannot understand that. If you're a legitimate businessman, you don't do that.
Because it's years of getting away with it. You know that? So you support that. You want that all the establishments in the 5 wetlands will be demolished.
In the first place, wala silang right doon eh. So, how can you justify that under the law? It's a wetland. And besides, that wetland is, kaya sila binabaha dahil binildan nila yung wetland nila. Nagbabaha sila ngayon because yun daw ang outlet ng water nila sa kung na-build, saan pupunta ang water? Kaya sila may flooding. So, I'm saying that this is para for a place to remain attractive to people to go to, you have to really take care of the place. Kasi yan, pababayaan mo yan, after a while, they won't go to Boracay anymore. Because they're going there because it's beautiful. If it's not anymore beautiful, why will they go there? A place will not last forever if you don't take care of it.
The forest cover in Boracay also decreased dramatically. What are you planning to do? What are the suggestions?
May natitira pang 250. Yung mga
250
hectares.
Hectares na forest cover.
Yung mga binigyan nila ng yung mga wala naman permit, they should be demolished. Diba? May mga nag-build without permit eh.
So now we have to see if this government really means to hand out a strong arm of the law, to use it as an example.
They will try, but syempre magpa-file ng case yung iba. May nabasa na ako na history nung Task Force Boracay na they were trying to remove daw. I read in the papers nung time na yon, And final sila ng kaso na parang kinampihan pa ng judge at saka
paano
kinampihan ng
yun?
local government official. We will see.
Yeah.
Kasi they're so afraid now that we will close, the president will close Boracay. Kaya mas malambot ang ulo nila ngayon.
Okay.
Sabi ng governor, they're more cooperative daw now because they're afraid that the president will really close Boracay. So they will be cooperating. I hope so.
Okay. Now, I know that I think there are either 6,000 families, meaning local residents, that also live in Boracay. Inside, there's a school. Yan ang tanong ko. And
Marami ring nagpunta na tumira doon na illegally na
Exactly.
yung mga mahihirap.
yeah.
So I
Hindi
talked,
daw indigenous peoples. They move there.
I talked with Secretary Simatu. May nakita na daw siya na government land in Malay na sasabihin niya sa NHA mag-build ng housing and then doon nila i-relocate.
Oo. So that's a given.
Yeah.
Talagang no. What is Boracay? I mean, what's the vision for Boracay? Like, that's a good one. Is it an island because there are 3 barangays where we still want residents to be there, or are we really declaring no? Boracay is like maybe the other islands all over the world, where if it's a resort island, talagang resorts lang ang nandun.
I don't think they can do that. But what I can say is yung mga illegal, yung mga illegal, pwede kasi may justification ka to relocate. Let's relocate them first and then see if that is enough.
Okay.
And then we talk about it afterwards. We solve the problem one at a time.
Yeah. So the lake, you also mentioned that a resort was built over the lake.
Hindi resort, mga tindahan lang. Oo. So, yun daw, ire-reclaim nila.
So what do you do
Ibig
with the
sabihin,
stores?
tatanggalin yung mga store and then huhukayin uli yung lake.
Now, did the DENR senator give a timetable? Because if they do what they promise they will do, it will be quite dramatic, no? It's so ideal.
They were given by the president 6 months.
But how could you
The
transfer?
president did not say that he will close Boracay now. He said to Secretary Simato, I'll give you 6 months to do it, and I'll see after 6 months. If they don't, then I will close Boracay. So, medyo may deadline.
Yeah.
So we
he'll
will
demolish
see.
when I'm just asking, they'll
will
demolish within
They will
6
demolish.
months?
They will demolish.
And you support that?
Of course, if it's illegal.
Okay.
Kasi, pag hindi natin in-implement ang law, why will they follow? Diba? Why will they follow the law if we're not implementing the law? Diba?
Okay. Now, will you be conducting another hearing?
In the Senate na, hindi na sa Boracay. We have seen it, so we know the issues. And we're asking them to submit mga reports like sino ba yung compliant, ilan, sino yung hindi compliant, and then ano gagawin nila sa Boracay water at sa Tubi water. And then tinatanong namin kasi pinasasubmit namin yung mga pangalan na nag-build sa wetland and what they will do with it, and then with them. And then, ngayon pa, nagpapadala na kami ng equipment para sa recycling. In fact, this week, I'm sending composter. Kasi marami silang kitchen waste Kasi mga hotel, hot restaurant. So, I'll be the one teaching how to do composting of kitchen waste and garden waste. So, we'll be sending, and I have asked DNR, kasi meron kaming budget to buy equipment for our Manila Bay cleanup. Yung bibigyan namin ng mga recycling facilities, yung mga LGUs around Manila Bay. Sabi ko, bawasan ng isa at ipadala sa Boracay.
Will the Senate committee report recommend that the resorts in Boracay are enough? It should already stop. I mean, the Maldives, for example, I went to the Maldives with the UN in early 2000, and there was a country policy of one resort, one island. So that's different. But I mean, there is a vision, there's a plan.
I think if we can only follow the law, Boracay will be all right. Ibig sabihin, pag bawal dito, bawal dito. Kasi meron siyang 1,000 hectares and 350 of them are forest land. If yung ma-retain lang natin yung 1/3 na yon, okay na yon, di ba? 2/3 lang ang bibil. Tapos we require them to yung mga wetlands itira, and then yung beach area, dapat wag lalampas ng 25 plus 5. I think they will be all right. And then we rebuild the circumferential road as what it should be.
Yeah.
I think that Boracay will be all right with that. We cannot
You can't put a number. You can't say, okay, it should
tayo
stop.
magde-declaration, and we'll see. After doing that, if it's okay, then it's okay. If not, then we have to think of something else, di ba?
Yeah.
And we will be filing a bill on Boracay administration. Definitely.
Okay. When it comes to the circumferential road, is there a timetable for the DPWH
No,
to build
meron
it?
silang budget. Ang problema, kung mabibuild nila. Kasi minsan, maraming budget sa road, yung mga tao ayaw mag-move to build, to make way for the road. So, ang sabi naman ng governor ng Aklan, that they will take care of that.
Yeah.
To making sure that the circumferential road will be built.
Hindi kasama dito o magagamit yung right-of-way funds ni Secretary Villar, no? Will that cover that or no?
Alam mo, may right-of-way funds ka, pero kung ayaw umurong ng mga tao, alam mo, marami
Ano
rin
yun?
pasaw.
What do you do?
Kami, nagbabayad kami talaga.
Yeah, but the government,
Kasi alam mo, ang government, they can only pay for something that's legal. Di ba? When you pay for right-of-way, kung entitled siya doon. Some of them are not entitled to that because in the first place, illegal sila. Then you have to convince them to leave. And that's the work of the local government. And Governor of Boracay promised that he will take care of it.
Okay. All right. We're going to continue our conversation.
Governor of Aklan, not Boracay.
We're going to continue our conversation with Senator Cynthia Villar after this short break. Hot Copy will be right back. All right, still with us on Hot Copy, we have Senator Cynthia Villar. Inflation of 4.1%, just very quickly on that report. The DOF has said with the train law, you'd experience with an inflation rate of about 2%, you won't see prices increase.
Yeah.
But it's very difficult not to have price increases at 4.1%.
Kasi that's what happened to rice. There's no reason for the price of rice to increase that way.
Yeah.
But nag-increase. Kasi minsan, hindi naman based on train. It's parang strategy ng mga traders that they can increase price because there is train, that they make it a reason, but it's not really the reason.
Yeah. You've had hearings when it comes to the NFA, and this is worrisome. Is it a lack of planning with the NFA, or some people have asked, is it intentional? I mean, they're supposed to know it like clockwork.
You know, the NFA has a mandate na you buy palay at 17 per kilo to protect the farmers from traders na they will try to buy your palay at so low a price. So yun ang parang they maintain it at 17 para kumita ang farmer kasi the cost of palay to farmer is 12. So at 17 they make money. Now, and then you sell it to the poor consumers at 27 to 32. Kasi pag kinonvert mo ang palay to rice, 65% ang makukuha mo. Ang cost mo is something like 25. So you can sell it really at 27 to 32 because you're not supposed to make money because you're government. Your mandate is just to buy it at a price that the farmers will earn and sell it to our poor consumers at a price that they can afford. And psychologically, pag 27 to 32 ka, hindi na pwede magtaas ng malayo yung mga traders. That's the mandate. But they failed in the mandate.
Yeah, okay.
Kaya nagpanic. And to make it worse, in-announce pa nila na nag-fail sila. So hindi na-distinguish ng mga tao na NFA lang yan. Hindi yan the whole rice supply of the Philippines. So there's no shortage. O edi nagpanic, sabi ng PSA na talagang after that announcement, tumaas ang rice.
Yeah. So who
Price
is
of rice.
answerable for that?
Sabi ko nga, NFA.
Yeah, Jason Aquino.
Oo, yeah.
He has not resigned.
No.
Should he resign?
sabi nga ng palas na those who cannot perform their job, huwag nyo na hintayin tanggalin kayo ni Presidente, mag-resign na kayo.
Okay, but what can the NFA do now? Senator Grace po also called for the resignation of Jason Aquino, by the way. But I ask you, do you agree that he should?
Common sense, no? I don't want to be blunt, or if you cannot do the job, then resign and let others do the job.
Yeah,
Diba?
yeah.
Yun lang naman yun eh. Huwag mo sabihin sa akin you cannot do the job. You're supposed to do the job at all costs because that is your mandate.
Yeah.
Diba?
So, looking forward, what can the NFA do now to stabilize the prices?
We even asked the NFA Council if they can increase the 17 to 18 para matapos na lang yung argument doon. But when you increase it to 18, then
pesos, you mean?
Yung palay, you have to increase the price sa bigas from 30 to 34. Hindi na pwede yung 27 to 32 kasi mas mahal na ang cost mo.
But can't government take a loss? Can't it subsidize more?
Ang dami na nga subsidy sa NFA.
Okay, so tama na. Go ahead.
And then, sabi namin, ang dami daw nahuli na, report ng BOC, madaming nahuli na smuggled rice sa port of Zamboanga, Cebu, and Subic. Ibigay na lang sa NFA at ipagbili ng mura sa mga mahihirap.
And
diba?
treat it as NFA rice.
Yeah. Yun ang another suggestion. But actually, Karen, we are doing this also because we have to pass a legislation na yung tarification of rice. Because in July of 2017, nag-expire na yung ating agreement with the WTO about quantitative restriction on rice. Kaya lang natin ginagawa yun. The President issued an EO na i-continue yung quantitative restriction on importation of rice until such time that the Congress has passed a tarification bill. Kasi yung tariff will protect our farmers. Kasi sa Vietnam, they produce palay at 6 pesos per kilo. Dito sa Philippines, 12. So, we really cannot compete. So, we have to pass a tarification law para to protect our farmers. And at the same time, that the proceeds of the tariff will go to a rice competitiveness and enhancement fund, and that money will be used to help the farmer be competitive.
Okay, I know that you're passionate about agriculture. My last question is, do you think we should still go on the rice sufficiency plan 100%? But given that Thailand and Vietnam produces, rice
No, because we produce rice at 4 metric tons per hectare. There is a kind of seed that can produce 6 metric tons per hectare. Kailangan lang yung inbred seeds na yon maituro natin sa farmers to be able, you can produce your own seeds yung technology na yan. That's why we're asking now Field Rice to teach the farmers those technology. And the major price difference is labor, So it's mechanization. So we're asking PhilMech to teach farmers how to mechanize. Para yung dalawang yon, then maybe we can produce our rice near the cost of Vietnam.
Okay, but how long are we going to see rice prices this much? Do you have a timetable based on your hearings that the NFA should drop them?
The NFA should be able to sell rice. Kasi psychologically, pag merong 27 to 32 or 30 to 34, hindi pwedeng lumayo yung private trader. Ano yun psychological yun Pag wala yun, naku, they're going out of hand.
Okay. On that note, Senator Cynthia Villar, thank you so much for coming. Very insightful interview on Boracay and the NFA. I'm Karen Davila. Replay of this interview is 10:30 this morning. It's also posted on iwanttv.com.ph, the ANC Facebook page and Twitter account. Market Edge is up next.